got something short and sweet for you today. I read one of George Orwell's essays called Such Were the Joys, and in it he recounts his experience at boarding school in Britain. And one of the things that spoke to me as I was reading it was this passage where he writes, "It was possible, therefore, to commit a sin without knowing that you committed it, without wanting to commit it, and without being able to avoid it. Sin was not necessarily something that you did. It might be something that happened to you." And it was in reference to the fact that he was a bedwetter and he couldn't stop wetting his bed when he was younger, no matter how hard he tried. And it made him bad, it made him evil, it made him a sinner. And it was heartbreaking to me just to think, like, this poor kid has these ideas imposed on him of what is acceptable and what is right and what is good, and he internalizes himself as bad. It was so sad, and the things that he had to endure when he was at boarding school as well. And it got me thinking of a couple of books. Firstly, Maya Angelou's I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, just a stunning memoir. Again, young child who has her surroundings and has the adults around her determine who she is and what she is and project on her. And some in very violent ways, and some much more kindly. If you haven't read I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings yet, then I don't know what you're waiting for. Get on that. The second book, I think I've recommended before, Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card. Super book. Don't watch the movie. The movie was horrible. Read the book. The book was amazing. Deals with this kid Ender's internal monologue and all of his musings as he is the one chosen to defeat the enemy, and the plight that he and a bunch of other children must work towards in order to save the world. It doesn't get much bigger than that, and it's a super fast read. I read it several times, and then I read the series that goes with it. So check that out, Ender's Game. And lastly, because it sort of breaks, Lolita by Vladimir Nabokov is sort of the opposite, insofar as Lolita does not succumb to, she too has an adult imposing his will on her, but I think she fares psychologically better. She toys with it, whereas the others are more victimized by it. She too is a victim, obviously, but her her aplomb with handling the whole situation is something that I aspire to. She's so cool. All right, check out those books. I hope you enjoy them. Let me know what you think below. Peace.